front cars that are your stopping cars, right? Like to try to pit the car, because for safety in Canada, like to push them, right? Like in the way they are in Canada is these cars, like Dodge Chargers, they're going 200, like they're souped up Dodge Chargers and shit. Now they're bringing in Ford Mustangs as well too. Kilometers an hour. That's not miles, that's like 140 miles an hour. But they're still hauling ass, right? Now here's the thing, with where we are, the cops, you're allowed to go, like my cousin stops people, the speed limit's 110 kilometers an hour here. Now he pulls over at 120, he lets them off, 130 is when he pulls over someone. At 140 is when they start, the GPS will do a little tick on the car. 150 is when the GPS will start tracking every like couple seconds, and then anything over 160, they have to file a police report. Well, picture my cousin trying not to go over that police report, but they have that out because even in that police chase, my cousin would still have to file a police report because he was technically speeding. So my cousin was just like, at this point, just screw it, just guns it. This guy's literally went, they threw spike strips down on this guy's car. He would not stop. Like, there was 20 some cars, like going on the back gravel roads at over 200 kilometers an hour trying to catch up to his car to cut it off. Like, just hauling ass, because they knew, like, this is one of the biggest speed, like, it was just nuts. And all of a sudden it was funny because the guy got flipped out in the police chopper. Like the guy that flies the police chopper for Calgary is a former helicopter pilot for the Canadian military or whatever. And he literally decided to slow down the car himself because they couldn't stop it. So he literally set the top of the chopper, like the skids of the chopper, on the roof of that car and started putting the weight off that chopper on top of that car to slow it down. Literally, my cousin said, the sketchiest shit he's ever seen. Like, even being in Afghanistan, he said, that's just some of the sketchiest shit I've ever seen. Because they're going 200 kilometers an hour, and that chopper is skillfully, somehow not even crashing at all or anything, just perfectly landing right on top of that car, slows it down. Then they caught the guy, but he went like 25 miles on rims, going over like 80 miles an hour. Did no fucks given, just... yeah, pretty much. And then my cousin one time, this was at like 11 o'clock at night, this is on Friday night, or whatever, and all of a sudden he sees this guy walking around the street corner, right? He's like, what the fuck, is that a Budweiser? Like, and it was you know those big cans of Budweiser you can get from the liquor stores, and they're like 2 liters? Well, that's what it was. But my cousin didn't know. He was just looking at it real quick, and he's like, is that Budweiser? So he pulls up to the guy, and he's like, hey, buddy, what's in there? And he's like, is that beer? And then the guy's like, I'm so sorry. It's been a long week of work. I'm exhausted. I've been working overtime. I just live around the corner. I just went and bought a beer, and I'm going to go home. And he's like, I can up it up if you want. And my cousin's like, man, you've been working hard all week? He's like, I'm fine with that. He said, that's fucking awesome that you're drinking beer like that. He's like, just have a good day, bud. And the guy was just shit bricks of happiness. My cousin literally just like, just have a fucking good day, man. Doesn't even care. Like, could you imagine that? Kid stopped by the cops thinking, oh shit. And the cop's like, is that Budweiser? Man, you can drink it. I don't care. He said, as long as you're not being stupid about it and not, like, as long as you go straight home, I don't care. Can I have energy? Smart ass. And then here where we are in the hospital, by law, they're not supposed to keep the prisoner. Like, say if a criminal or whatever is going to go suicidal or whatever, like, suicide watch, right? What they have to do is, like, when they pick them up or whatever, they'll put them in 4 cuffs, throw them in the car, and then they'll go to the hospital, right? And they gotta wait there. Well, the thing with the hospital that makes no sense is by law, the police are only supposed to drop the prisoner, like that person or whatever, off at the hospital, then the security guards are supposed to take care of him. Okay? Well, the police chief of Calgary, which is a city that my cousin works for, he believes that the cops should actually stay there and watch him. So picture my cousin and his partner sat there the one day in the hospital, 9.5 hours waiting for a bed to free up. And he's, like my cousin said on the radio, just hear all these calls. People are calling in, like whatever, like stolen vehicle or like social disturbances and shit like that. All this stuff you hearing on the radio. And literally, it's just like, that just makes no sense, does it? And my cousin said the biggest bullshit part too, he said they'll see, like the one day where they waited, there was 9.5 hours, 10 hours, there was 6 security guards that were in the hospital there, just around the area, and all they're doing is they're just staring at nurses' asses. That's all they're doing. They're like, they're not even working, they're just staring at the nurses' asses. No, and like my cousin's sergeant literally came up to them one day and he's like, I gotta relieve my 2 cops. He's like, you guys, he told one of the security guards, he's like, you're sitting over here. And they're like, well, that's not our job. And he's like, I don't care. I need my 2 officers back. They're more important to be out in the field than sitting here in a chair doing nothing waiting. He's like, I don't care. You guys are watching that guy. So then they just throw him the keys. But he said it's never a dull day. But my cousin, he's current standing out. Yeah, you're dumbass. You left. No, we don't have him now. And I'm saying that we just lost damage. So hope we can still hold then. We should be able to. Well, here's Excalibur just using his energy sword. It doesn't matter. Andrew, you can paralysis. He was Excalibur. You like it too? I'm gonna get it tonight. I was gonna get it yesterday, but my mom went to. Well, can you? What is red?